screw it, it's late, I'm tired, and I want to do another discussion. And it's kind of on a related topic. It's two things. I don't know how to start this, but there was a YouTuber, and I will not state his name, and he did really good Lupin reviews. He's nowhere near my GOAT manga man, because he's covered every Lupin thing, and I think his reviews are all great. You should go subscribe to Manga Man. He's my favorite anime YouTuber. He's the most positive anime YouTuber, and I barely see him talked about. So, yeah, but this isn't about him. It's about a different YouTuber. And this guy decided he was going to review all the Lupin specials. He was going to do all the Lupin specials. And I kept up with him. And I was really looking forward to him going over nearly all of these specials. And he stopped. And it wasn't due to anything in particular. He just stopped. Okay, I'm gonna read a community post he did. There's some big changes happening on my other channel. This is the last year I'm uploading videos to this channel as I'm rebranding to another name. I've almost done everything I can do on this channel. What does this mean for the Lupin the Third channel? It's extremely likely that that channel is ending as well. The long and short of it is that I've mostly lost interest in making Lupin content, whether remastering older stuff or creating new stuff. And I don't want to get stuck in a cycle of creating content I don't care about. Nothing is currently being worked on for that channel, so that channel is essentially on indefinite hiatus. What he forgot to mention is he was doing all of it on his big channel, and he was catching up with everything. But then for some reason he decided to remaster his old videos and make first impression videos, which I did like. But he decided to make old remastered videos about and ranking videos for. He only did the manga and part 1. There were old videos he did, and he just remastered them and added new information. And he never got any farther than Farewell to Nostradamus. And he essentially just in less than a year after starting the Lupin the Third new channel, he just decided to quit. And I get that burnout is a thing, but I do not understand why you would infinitely set yourself back like that. Because he could have been to like Island of Assassins, or at least episode 0 if he kept going on the main channel. But he decided to remaster all of the original videos, and that infinitely set him back. And I'm fine with having the side channel be first impressions of new Lupin content and just going through all of that. But now that channel is gone, and he just fucking quit. He just decided, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I get it, but at the same time, I'm so fucking infuriated by that. And he literally just made an edit recently. 2 of my Lupin reviews were taken down by TMS, and I'm working to get those videos reinstalled. It's possible, however unlikely, that I'll receive more strikes. Should this situation develop further, I'll post again. He made an edit a month ago, and I thought he was going to be making Lupin videos again. I thought he would, and I know all the Lupin fans are going to be hating me because he's taking a mental health break or whatever, and like he's making a new channel. His new channel isn't even nearly as popular as his old one, so he just randomly decided to start a gaming channel that gets only hundreds of views and not even thousands of views. And he isn't and I get that he probably doesn't want to be in the limelight. I understand that, But I really liked this guy's videos. He went in depth on production and stuff, and Manga Man did too. His videos were just shorter. His videos were like 5 to 8 minutes usually. This guy's videos were like 30 to 20 to 30 minutes for each of the Lupin specials, and no one else has been doing that. And he's just gone now. He just decided to stop, and he got all the way up to Farewell to Nostradamus, and he never did episode 0, he never did Green versus Red, he never did Elusiveness of the Fog, he never did Return of Paikal, he never got to the Koike specials, he's never going to do Immortal Bloodline. He just fucking stopped, and it's really fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it really makes me mad that this guy just decided, and I get it, I keep saying, but it makes me viscerally, not angry, but just viscerally annoyed. He set himself back more than he could and said, I got burned out, and just decided to fucking stop. And it's like, I like your content. I liked your Lupin content, and now we're never gonna see another fucking review for it. I was watching this guy for fucking 2 years, and he just abandons everything. All that progress is gone. He's probably never gonna come back to this channel and review all the Lupin stuff. And I was interested in hearing his thoughts about it. It's just, I don't understand. I'm sorry about that rant. It's just, I probably left a comment on here. It's the most recent comment on his old channel. You can explain it. This is someone else's comment. You can explain it all day. I don't get why you'd abandon a channel where you amassed 20,000 subscribers, which is nothing to scoff at. You can rebrand the channel without starting a new one and keep your current subscribers. Those who don't like the new content can just unsub. I don't know. I haven't watched the video in full. I left. Not going to lie, I'm kind of infuriated with the Lupin stuff. They were some of my favorite stuff to watch, and not even mincing words. While DX was a good idea in theory, that's his new channel. His new channel is called Lupin the Third DX, so I guess I revealed who the YouTuber technically is. You set yourself back redoing old videos that were already comprehensive enough to begin with. If you had continued on this channel, you would have gotten most likely to at least the early 2000s by now. So I have absolutely no clue why you couldn't just rebrand and continue stuff while making other things you like. But what's even the point of abandoning a 20,000 channel instead of rebranding and starting a new channel that doesn't even crack over 1,000 views? I get everyone needs a break, but just giving up on a series documenting one of my favorite anime is extremely disappointing. I'm gonna try to find his new channel real quick. If I can type this in, I won't say his new channel's name. Is that it? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, 16,000 views, 100,000 views, 700, like, some of these views are good, but a lot of them are mixed match. 700 views, 768 views. I don't get it. He's still appearing on podcasts. He appeared on a podcast 1 month ago. Oh my god, bro. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about is just Uru and Blue, which is a Gainax movie I would really like to see, and no updates, but I've been ruminating on it a whole lot this past week. I have been deep in thought about, will this movie ever get made, and if I can do something about it. I started a hashtag on Japanese Twitter, but Panty and Stocking Season 2 came out, or not came out, was announced, and I get so sad whenever I see Panty and Stocking 2. And it's not because I think it's a bad series, it's deeper than that. It's just the fact, we could have had Uru and Blue before Panty and Stocking 2. We could have. And we could have it even after. There's a very minuscule slimmer of hope it could still happen. But I don't know. I have no clue why something... It feels real, and this is more a personal rant thing, so I'm going to be saying something that's most likely illogical. It makes me feel really... It makes it feel really, really unfair that we're getting Panty and Stocking 2 and not something with more artistic merit like Uru and Blue. It just feels like we're living in the wrong timeline. That something like Panty and Stocking 2 can get a second season, and Panty and Stocking is good for fans of stuff like that, but I think it's very trivial that we're getting a second season of Panty and Stocking when the first one was fine, and we're not going to get Uru and Blue, which in my opinion is a much more intricate and ambitious story that should be told. Like, if you're just, go look up the Frozen concepts or whatever, I might link it. There's an archive of 1,000 pages of the Uru and Blue concept art and like the full storyboard of what the film was originally going to look like, and all the mechanical designs and character designs and posters and stuff. And it just looks gorgeous. And every time I see it, it makes me want to cry. I'm not even going to joke, because we could have had this instead of Panty and Stocking 2. We could have seen more of Royal Space Force's world. We could have seen so much, and it could have been so beautiful. And it just feels so wrong. And I know that sounds hyperbolic, and I don't usually like doing that, but it does. It just feels wrong that Panty and Stocking Season 2 is being made before Uru and Blue, which in my opinion is the Gainax sequel that truly deserves to be made. It doesn't... I get that rights transferred to Trigger and stuff, but it doesn't feel fair that this movie is never going to get a chance to see the light of day, even though it has personal interests that I like. I genuinely do think it would have been an amazing movie. It's just, people want Panty and Stocking too, and it doesn't make any sense, because when you see the concept art for Uru and Blue, I see a vision. I don't see, like, I'm not saying Panty and Stocking doesn't have vision. Well, it kinda doesn't. It's very juvenile. It's very immature. It's very simple, which I get is the point. It's just a silly show with great animation and good action. But then I look at Uru and Blue, and I see there was a vision for this. There was an entire story for this. There was, like, discussions about this. There was conversations about how this would work. And it just never went through. And Yamaga said he was still working on it in 2022. And it's gone to, like, some company Hideki Anno owns. But Gainax shut down in 2024. And I don't know if this will ever get made. I would love if it got made. I started a hashtag on Japanese Twitter because I just want to see it so much. If I can send a letter to Kara or Hideki Anno and Yamaga or Gaina, or what's it called, ATAC, who holds the rights, I'll send a letter to each of them if it means I can at least get closure on if this will ever be made. because I want this to be made. I want to see this. It's just so unfortunate that it's so unfortunate that anime like Panty and Stocking get the limelight, and something that has, in my opinion, more artistic merit, something that could actually be ambitious, something that could tell a deeper, more meaningful story that affects people, gets put on the sidelines. And there's obviously reasons for why that happened. There's a lot of reasons for why that happened. And there's a really great video about it, and about how all of the production hell that was going on at Gainax, and why this just never materialized. It's no one's fault. It's probably, if it's what someone's fault, it's Hiroyuki Yamaga's fault for never coming up with a solid plan or management to get the script done. He said he was working on it in 2022, and it was supposed to release in 2022. And it's just all these people who just never want to go on with it, you know? They never want to commit. And it's not their, and it's not a bad thing if it's for mental health reasons, like Cloud, or no, I said his name, whatever, Cloud Connection, I completely understand. So yeah, now you know the YouTuber, but like, there's all these things I could have seen, you know what I mean? I could have seen Uru and Blue in this lifetime. I could have seen Cloud Connection, continuing Legacy of Lupin, all the way up until Green versus Red, which I really wanted him to cover, and Episode 0, which I really wanted to cover, and Immortal Bloodline, which especially now I really would have loved to see him cover, but that's never going to happen. Or it could happen, but there's a very, very, very minuscule chance that it'll happen. And it's heartbreaking, and it's sad, and it makes me feel emotions, and it makes me infuriated that this shit might not have a chance. But I refuse to believe Uru and Blue won't get made, or that darkness will continue to swallow the light. If there is a glimmer of hope, I mean, if they're making a Space Battleship Yamato remake, and it's done by Hideki Anno, and I still have hope Uru and Blue will see the light of day. And it could be like 2040 or 2050, or maybe Hiroyuki Yamaga will, sadly, something will happen, if you know what I mean, and someone else will have to take up the project because they enjoy it so much and they just want to see it. Or maybe even I could, if Giguk is making an isekai anime, or he's overseeing it, and he came up with all the concepts for it, I could oversee Uru and Blue. You never know. You never know if that will happen or not. But I just find it kind of sad that it might not happen. I hope it does. I hope we see Shenmue 4 and Uru and Blue and that Chiaki J. Konaka anime, which he said is in production, and more Legacy of Lupin stuff. But it's just sad to see all these dreams by other people remain unfinished for one reason or another, and it's infuriating at the same time, because I would love to see all of it. And that's it. It's just a stupid little rant that was way more emotional than usual, and about a different subject other than localization. But maybe we'll see Uru and Blue. If Gainax was a bunch of 20-year-olds grounding up enough money to make the highest budget animated film in Japan at the time, then Uru and Blue is entirely possible. Thanks for watching.